Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh no, that's only in one ear hole. I can't have that in one ear hole. Okay, that's better, I think. Yeah. I think I need new headphones. If I turn the little dial on the side, giving me more volume in my ear holes, it changes what ear it goes in. Sometimes it's one ear, sometimes it's the other, sometimes it's both, and I just have to find that sweet spot. I think that's my headphones going out. May need some new ones. Anyway, what are we doing? Bohemia. Lots of Bohemia. What had we just done? What are we coring? Norwegian, Danish. So we've just taken a large lump out of Denmark. Denmark is now down to... Nope. I will get the right screen. 128. 128. Okay, another war with Denmark, and they're pretty much out of the game. We've stopped the Russian incursion into Scandinavia by cutting them off here. It means that this province is a little bit isolated, but I didn't want to leave this open and Russia be all the way down. It would be terrible. It would be terrible. So what was our plan? There was something else that we needed to do. I think it involved France, did it not? What's our aggressive expansion like? 60, 102, 54, 80, 70, 79, oh no. 49. What have I been doing? What have I been doing? Who has allowed this? Did no one tell me in chat? Oh. And we're also integrating England. I'd like to integrate England as quickly as possible. I know he's a colonizer. I know that he's doing good stuff over here right now. However, I would like him in. I don't want it to be like our Byzantine run, where we ended up with Hungary, with Bohemia, with the Commonwealth, with France, all in personal unions, because it just got really easy. We just declared war on our minions, took care of it for us. I don't want it to be like that. Even though it's more efficient to have England separate, as you know, they're generating their own monarch points here. Generating their own monarch points, yes, they have to use a portion on tech, but they also develop their own provinces, etc., etc., etc. So, oh, and they also colonize for us at the moment. But, however, I think there was a route into Portugal, wasn't there? There was a route into Portugal. What was it? Brittany. Declaring war on Brittany brings back in France and it brings in Portugal. And I wanted to get into Portugal because we wanted a foothold in Iberia, but I was going to take some of his colonies as well. Now that it's flipped to Portuguese Brazil, that will have popped out with expansion ideas. Portuguese Mexico, expansion ideas, exploration, expansion, even better. We can go in there early and take his colonies off him. Oh, and also get a foothold in Iberia. A place where we can fill full of troops. Maybe. I know we've got a decent coastline now. We've got a half decent coastline where we can build a decent amount of ships. Spain continues to go to war with Tunis. If we can get enough ships together to block this strait. Holy moly, 10 heavies. What have you got, Spain? Oh, 18. Just 18. Although we will inherit the 15 from England. whether to wait. Don't know whether to wait. What am I doing with my diplomats? That usually gives me a good indication. Integration. Looks like improved relations. You're idle, which means you're improving relations with probably outraged countries, but there's no outrage. Apparently there's no outraged countries to improve relations with. Even though Cologne has an aggressive expansion opinion of 102. Because are they in positive? They're in positive. Because they're in positive opinion of us, they'll not join a coalition. Who do we have in the seat? Diplo rep. The Diplo rep helps with integration of England. However, I would much rather have the improved relations advisor. 1600. Ugh. Yeah, we keep breaking ours. we keep getting the ability to give us a minister and then keep breaking them. Like, no, I'm not giving you another one. I'm not giving you another one for another 20 years. Fine. But yeah, if we can get an improved relations advisor, it just increases the rate that we shake people's hands. The other really awkward person, the really friendly person, that you start shaking hands with them, and the handshaking goes on for a little bit too long and it starts getting awkward. Yeah, that's us. That's us right now. I wonder if we can add a policy. We can. Even more shaky hands. Even more shaky hands. However, it does cut into our Diplo points, and we are using our Diplo points to integrate England right now. So, probably not a good idea. Although it is a double whammy of improved relations and Diplo rep, though. Would mean that we would be making 0. Oh no, monthly increase plus 3. How's that Diplo rep come down? It has, because of our overextension. As our Diplo rep goes up, as our overextension goes away, even, our Diplo rep goes up, which means that we'll be using another 2 for this. So adding another one from this policy, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Monthly increase plus 1. I mean, we're going to be stagnant in terms of Diplo. Okay, I think I'm about ready to go. I'm going to go grab myself a cup of tea very quickly. Unplug the hole in my door because there is a draft, and I've got to that age of my life where cutting a hole in your door to allow your cat in and out in the summer, I didn't think of the long-term consequences. And long-term consequences is that the hot doors, they keep drafts out of your room, and now I have a draft, so I need to plug that hole. No, not that one. Plugging hole and cup of tea, but that's more exciting. Okay, alright. Back after plugging said hole. Done. Also, I have a notification. What's this? Okay, yeah, got that. Right. So yeah, Brittany, I think. Oh no, I meant to start my episode. Whew. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to our Bohemia campaign in EU4 with me, your host, Lucky Marine, where we have an idle diplomat. He's targeting outraged countries, and yet he's idle. Which means there's probably no outraged countries, but end of the month, yeah, still idle. Which means there are no outraged countries. So I'm going to artificially put him on someone who might not be outraged, but still has quite an aggressive look. Quite a dim view, should I say, of our aggressive expansion. Such like Cologne here. Let's have you come back. Let's improve relations with Cologne. The only reason why Cologne is not hasn't taken his shirt off and dived headfirst into the pool of coalition is because he has a positive opinion of us. That's it. That's it. He has 102 aggressive expansion view of us, which is going to come down quite slowly. So we need to chill out just here. The mixture of taking Hamburg, Hamburg, and the land from Denmark has annoyed them greatly. This isn't France. This is France. What's France doing here? France, what are you doing here? For reasons unknown. Oh, allied with France, of course. Denmark. Oh yeah, we took Paris as well, didn't we? I had utterly forgotten. Fed it to Berry. Berry must be getting some quite good development now. Berry, what are you up to? 131. Excellent. I mean, we can feed Berry the majority of France before we kind of cross any borders of them getting too big. Also, England is getting integrated. A rate of 9 each month. I have put on a policy for even further aggressive shaky hands and diplo rep. The higher the diplo rep, higher your diplo rep, the more diplo points you use on integrating somebody. And all we need is to get to the end of that 3054. So the more you can invest in it per month, the quicker it happens. I mean, use the same amount of points, whether you're using 2 per month, or whether you're using 10 or 12 or 15 per month. It gets done that little bit quicker. The only way you save points is by actual ideas, such as integrated elites, diplomatic annexation, cost of minus 25%. Also, there is a policy. If we picked up admin, there's a policy here, I think it's second one down. Vassal Integration Act, plus influence ideas, we've already got influence ideas. Diplomatic annexation cost of minus 20%. So, that would help. But I think we're just calming down now. We're just going to calm down a little bit. Lose to mercantilism. How about you can ram all of that? We'll take the mercantilism. We are not the ones that lose the mercantilisms. But yeah, we need to calm down a little bit now. Aggressive expansion here needs to tick away. Cologne is maxed out at 15. Alright, well, you can come back. I will send you to... I don't know. Austria. Russia's our ally, so I'm trying to improve relations with them. Somehow that has tanked. Have a claim. Neighbouring tolerated heretics. Aggressive expansion. Border friction. It's fine. That's fine. That is fine. We could even grab another little bit of trust off them. You'll need 10 favours to call them into any kind of fight. So we'll grab some more trust there. And there as well, certainly. Higher you can throw your trust up, the more likely they are to join aggressive wars for you. Also, trade fleet is being upgraded. You'll be mothballed, or you have been mothballed. My heavies should be out patrolling the North Sea. Do we still have pirates in the North Sea? No, no longer have pirates in the North Sea. Excellent. Excellent. And I think we're getting into Brittany. I think we're getting into Brittany next. Brings in Portugal, brings in France, isolates Portugal away from his ally Spain. Don't really. No, we could fight this. However, if there is a route in where you can weaken Spanish allies, i.e. Portugal, before you take Spain on, before we take Spain on, then that's going to be the better option. Especially as in this day and age, Spain gets these Spanish tercios, tercios, I've heard it both ways. And so, shock damage received minus 30%. You either want to get in early, or you want to get in a little bit later. You really don't want to be fighting in this age, where shock damage is king. You don't really want to be 30% less effective at killing the Spanish. So we can wait on that. We're not desperate. In taking out Portugal, we can grab some of his colonies. Maybe even grab some colonies and just give it to England. You're in the Brazil node, Brazil colonial region. So if we can take bits off Portugal here, just feed it to England, directly to England. This will flip to English Brazil. So we'll have, once we integrate England, we'll grab his colonies. Their colonies will be subservient to us. So we'll have English Colombia, English Brazil, English Argentina, and essentially South America. And then we can go to war and feed the natives to the colonies, which will make them mega rich. Then we can push the tariffs up, and you can get lots and lots and lots of money from tariffs. Truce with the Brandenburg has ended. Well, we're not going to be getting into the HRE just at the moment. No, but you can't have access. Once all this overextension has come in, our aggressive expansion, the date for this will come down more, because at the moment we use 9, which means we get 1 diplo point per month. But once, where's our own land? Once our overextension has dropped off, that's almost well, pretty much another 2 diplo rep. And this number is based on your diplo rep. Diplomatic reputation plus 6. That'll jump to 8 plus 8. So we'll start losing diplo points per month, but it will come down. The time will come down. So it'll probably drop to about 1603. I'm hoping anyway. I'm also hoping that at some point we can get an improved relations advisor. We do desperately need it. 622, 425, cruel, brilliant. Well, at least we've got admin points for days. You are a lot better. $11 point spread. Yeah, they're alright. They're alright. I'll take that. I will take that. Any rebels? Any rebels? Danish separatists, Norwegian separatists. We should be able to bring those down just by increasing autonomy in certain areas. I'm fine with that. Also, is anyone else on this list? Lithuania. Doubt we're going to be able to get into Lithuania. Although they're not our rival anymore. No, he's 21 years old. Can we continue to lock people on outraged countries? Yep, there's still people outraged. Or people's opinion of us gradually melts away, and then they start getting outraged because suddenly our aggressive expansion raises its dirty head. Lorraine. Is that you on Lorraine? Baden. Aggressive expansion, yep. So improved relations had started to melt away there, and the aggressive expansion has started to poke through. So you're having at least 2 diplomats always cycling through your outraged opinion. It makes living in the HRE much easier than it used to be. You used to have to do all of this manually. Oh wow, that was nasty times. Nasty times. Protestant zealots, Saxon separatists. They'll probably end up firing there. And we just wait. There's nothing much we can do. Not with this. Not with this amount of aggressive 99. Not with this amount of aggressive expansion. No. Although our shaky hand ability is up at 73. Once all that comes down, we're up into the 100 and somethings. About 120 or so. Jury von Hasberg. Wasn't the Podsbrad a Jury von Podsbrad? Jury Z Podsbrad. How weird. Oh, we have another relation that we can have. We have another relation, which means another vassal. Maybe. And someone's dead. Diplomatic insult. Let's not do that just yet. 32, 32, 33. Papal state 33. Even the papal state is up to 33. You come back from Baden actually. Let's lock somebody on the papal state until they max out again. Let's try and get a good amount of papal influence. We need to cycle Forgive Usury and Proclaim Holy War whenever we do go to war. Although the Diplo rep would be nice. Okay. Just grab that diplomat, that Diplo rep. Gives us a Diplo rep of 7, which has brought you down to 1605. We've still got another 2 to come in, I think. Admin tech cost, nice. We've still got another 2 to come in once our overextension burns away. Okay, okay. So June 1605. That should plummet. Land leader maneuver. Yeah, we're ahead of time. Let's go. Land leader maneuver. Land maintenance modifier. Fort maintenance and fort defense. Okay, recall from Papal State. Defensive ideas. You only really want defensive ideas for the morale of armies. Everything else is a little bit meh. The land attrition is nice. The less men you lose just walking from A to B, the more men you can throw into the fight. It looks like the province that we had the actual claim on has come in. And these are all the ones that we didn't have claims on. It does take a few more months for them to come in. Nope. Nope. No access from either of you. And let's lock you back on 2 outrage countries. Always important. 7.5. Ooh. Russia or Austria? How about none of my allies? 60% ahead of time. We do make a lot of admin points. We're going to have to find a dump for them. Okay, so let's test this out at 7.5. It's going to be January 1604. At 9, might take a tick of the month. Oh no, November 1602. So another 2 years off the integration. Does mean it takes 12 points per month and we only generate 10. So we're losing 2 points every single month. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. What we're going to dump. What are we going to dump these admin points in? How about... Where are our states? Developing you would be good. Developing our capital state would be good. Why do I have the institution spread on? Let's turn you off. And you. And you. No more edicts. No more edicts. Good. Should be making a little bit more money now. Actually, a decent chunk. We are finally making a good amount from trade. By moving our trade capital up here. But I need to get into that channel. You need to get into the English channel. If you can move your way into an end node, then good things are going to happen for you. Truces are about to expire, that's alright. The autonomy change, I think that is our young heir. That's nice. Anything that brings down the autonomy. I mean, some of these are already maxed out. You're not in a state. Oh, income from vassals plus 25%. Cool. Every little counts. Every little counts. Yeah, a lot of these are already at the base that they can get to. Who needs the land? What land is it? Sutherland. Who's on the cusp? Or who needs influence? Clergy we can just pay off. We can just contribute to them. So I'll give you some nobility. I will throw money at you. Oh, we're back. And we're capped. And we are capped. Okay, capital province. Encourage development. For it to be just that little bit cheaper. And we'll develop these provinces. What's up, boy? I know it's a lot of admin points to waste, but we do generate a lot. Alright. Monthly increase of 12. We get a lot of admin points. It's fine. It's fine. That's a decent amount of income as well. It'd be even better if I had any sort of prosperity here, but every time we go to war, the enemy make a beeline for this, for our capital. Which they should, I suppose. Why not? Okay, alright. How are we getting on? Oh, Cologne's down to 87. I don't think we're too far away. Who is that? Bremen. Yeah, they were quite close to Hamburg. They'll have felt that. Well, we took out Hamburg out. Brittany. Both Portugal and France. Alright, let's get our people towards France. Nope, I need to mothball my transport fleet. North Sea or Lubeck. Let's split. You lot protect trade in Lubeck. And 3/4 of my fleet protect trade in the North Sea. Because we already have a decent chunk of the power here, I'll send less ships this way. I'd rather send more ships to where we don't have as much power, but we do have the merchant steering. You lot, I'd like you down here. Can't believe I had my trade fleet in for all that time, doing nothing. Fairly certain I had them, I'd upgraded them, but I'd not set them out on a mission. If your trade fleet, if any fleet that has a mission gets upgraded, they'll finish upgrading themselves and then they'll go out and start trading. So yeah, I think we were down to about 16 here, so we'll make an extra couple of ducats. Not bad. Pulling a little bit more out of here as well. Can't see the French forces. I assume they'll be near their capital. Not spending admin points, not when we've got enough missionary strength to get it converted within a few months. So we'll stack and bury. They have a fort here that they can't hide behind because we can get past in English lands. A fort here, again, they can't really hide here. They have nowhere to hide. The French forces have nowhere to hide. If we stack high enough people here, we can wipe out the French troops within seconds. Ah, I'd need to take out Brittany. What is this? Who are you all with? Defend against Livonian Order and Livonian conquest of Gotland. Livonian conquest of Gotland. We might get into Livonian Order. I would like to concentrate kind of this way though. This is just a bonus. Okay, alright. How aggressively do we shake hands? At 115, which means, Cologne, you've got quite high aggressive expansion penalty with us. Aggressive expansion comes down by 4.3 yearly. If we had an improved relations advisor in that seat, it would be up towards 5. And we can get one from you fairly soon, I think. No. 1600. Another few years. Is that everyone? I think that is everyone. Our combat width is 29. Do we not have? This thing keeps happening. I don't know why. Stop that. Do we not have 2 horses? We do not. One must have died somewhere. And why do I have one random fleet? Galley. Nope, no access for you. Right, let's move you into this province. Can we not? Why? Why? Game, please. Game. What's this? It happened over here before. Let's go to full maintenance then. Let's see if that has an effect. So, 27th front row. That's perfect. You move down here a little bit. We'll probably attach this 8 stack to Berry. He's got decently there. Just so that Berry doesn't get squished by France immediately as he's training. What the hell? Fine. Fine. Take Savoy. Ugh. Let's go cover off on Picardy. In fact, would you still join this war? Even though he's in another war, he might still join this. He would. Oh, they suddenly picked up the knights as well. As if that would help them. Nobility. Would you give me a general? You would. Might have to take some land off you later on, but that will be okay. Bring you in. Knights, Portugal, France, that's fine. Squeeze. Let's have you down this way. Works. Cannons. Everyone else. Step off. He's probably going to concentrate on Berry, so we've got time here. Give a blockade with transports, why not? Farazan's doing silly things. He should be grouping up with us, but I'll let him off. And he's got a good general. Whoa, 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 whoa. I did not expect that to go so badly, especially in the flat. Well, okay, fair enough. 8,000 troops need to be reacquired from somewhere. There should be a couple of heavies in here as well. They should be able to hold their own. Quarantine department and of course. And how do we fight here? They have better tactics, they have better discipline, they just have better everything. What do we have in here? Land for maintenance? No. Roll of armies. Right, so on par with them in terms of morale at the very least. Excellent. My word. So where's your new capital? Hold on. Let's sit on that. Let's force you out. We need to spit out some more troops as well. What's this? Trade fleet? Galleys? No, trade fleet, get him. I can't risk a Danzig squishing you. Doesn't look like we captured anything there. And there are some big Burgundy stacks knocking about, so I'm going to keep everyone together. Everyone together. How you get on this one? Burgundy's down to medium. Find a decent amount there. Nice, we should be able to just peace out. Who are we fighting here? France, Portugal. Portugal's minions and the knights. Right, so I'll know which red stacks to go after. Right, you come in and fix yourself up. Won as the siege of Bourbon. Excellent. Take out Nemours. And Champagne. No, 20 stack here. Oh, let's go squish him. From here, he doesn't have anything to hide behind. So we can go squish his forces. Armagnac in the woods. 32 into 20 though. Oh, it's painful. Yeah, it's very, very painful. That's lots painful. 10,000. Oh, France. France and you. Elan. That's why I need the morales. No, bankrupt. And we're going to end up shattering right into the clutches of probably Burgundy, if we're unlucky. Guess ourselves away. We need more people. It's not made our way down to Portugal yet. I wonder if the colonies are duking it out. Kind of. Good. Okay, you up. Group up here. It's just going to be a weight of numbers against the French. Which is unfortunate. Auvergne's in the... Yeah, I know what you're trying to do there. That will not work. You're not baiting me into that. Excellent. Capricorn Holy War because we already have it. We can get on the maintenance modifier. Go on. France, could we get you out? No, it's all on high. Right, so mercenaries, cannons. Siege pit. I suppose it doesn't help that we have crap for leadership. You require 12, but you only have 9. Let's give you a few more troops. Okay. Nope, no access. No access from anybody. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is where I'm going to leave that episode. That's 34 minutes. I would have preferred that Austria hadn't started the war against Burgundy when he did. I would have preferred him to concentrate on our fight, but you can't have everything. We're just going to have to deal with it. But it's happening. I mean, he's only got Venice and Burgundy to peace out. From Portugal, I want to come down here and full siege him, or at least take his capital. From there, we should be able to demand stuff in the New World. At least the stuff here. We can't make it a call. Yeah, we can't make it a call, but we can do that. Then we can give all of this to England, and England will then give it to... not England will use this to flip to English Brazil. That's only 15% war score. We should be able to get that. We should be able to get a lot of... we should be able to get a lot of the Portuguese colonies. They're very, very cheap. Anyway, until next time. Do take care. Whew, wow, that fight against France. That fight against France. I know it was in the woods, but... And he had a better leader. Oh well. Is that a land that he gets? That plus 20% to morale. I wonder if he's taken defensive as well. He didn't feel like he'd taken defensive. Oh yeah, he did. He did. So he got plus 15% morale of armies. Stacked on top of Ilan, which is plus 20% morale of armies. Holy moly. And he'll have all of his ideas unlocked. So he'll have French ambition of discipline plus 5 as well. French ideas are really good. Possibly some of the best in the game, I would say. Yep. Some of the best in the game then. Although I played as France before, well, not directly as France. We played as Burgundy, flipped into France, and then flipped into Prussia. And the French ideas definitely do rival Prussia's. I think we retained our French ideas when we flipped to Prussia. Such was his what was it? Tolerance of heretics, tolerance of heathens. You mix that with full humanist for an extra +3 tolerance of heretics, an extra +3 tolerance of heathens, and suddenly you've maxed out on tolerance of everything. But nothing rises. You can be cutting your way through Muslim lands, and they can give a toss. They actually quite like it. Trends of polk. Is it polk or is it an F? I don't know what I don't know whereabouts you are in the world. In some parts of the world. Black cat. Okay. Alright, black cat. Yeah, it's about the world it's pronounced F instead of P, but anyway. Oh. But yeah, from here, I don't think we'll even take Brittany out. I think taking Brittany will be a little bit too much. Aggressive expansion. Oh, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. However, I only wanted this as an excuse to take things from Portugal. I want a foothold in Iberia. Wait, I've not even demanded anything yet. All the stuff in South America, of course. I just want a foothold in Portugal and some of his colonies that I can feed to England, who's 64% integrated. The United States. Good stuff. Whereabouts in the United States are you? And what time is it over there? I don't know if it's early or if it's late. We could probably try get on the throne of Trier. And sometimes Trier does grow quite big, and he is an elector. 9 AM. Oh, good stuff. I keep forgetting it's Saturday. I work on weekends. I work Friday night and Saturday night. So the end of the weeks, they kind of all blur into one amorphous blob for me. Von Bamberg, what a name. Well, we do have a gap. We do have a space. But I'd rather grab a vassal than an ally. If we were to separately piece out, not in that war. If we were to separately, also Picardy, it's been transferred to me. It's in my. I would really like this. Can you add me on Steam? Yeah, you can. Yeah. Just look up Lucky Marine. That's me. It'll be the weirdo that has 2,700 hours in EU4. Yeah, I've asked. It's on my list of I would really like Picardy. So if Austria pieces out and gives me Picardy, that might send us over the edge in terms of aggressive expansion. Cologne has a -70 to us. The only reason he's not in a coalition right now, or has not entertained the fact of joining a coalition, is because we're artificially rubbing his belly and saying everything's going to be alright. Yeah, having at least 2 people, I should go with 3, having at least 2 people locked on automatically improving relations with those. Cheers, man. Cheers, Trenton. Cheers, Black Cat. With those who have a hostile look on you, you have to do it. If you're in the HRE, you have to do it. I'd say if you're playing in the HRE, you need diplomatic ideas. There's no two ways about it. You need that extra diplomat. The extra diplomat is imperative. I will go so far as to say that espionage ideas might be viable. Early on, espionage ideas might be viable, if only to get the first 2 for the extra diplomat. Maybe even aristocratic. If you can fill your diplomats out and have 3, maybe even 4, constantly going around and soothing people's brows. You can't find me. It's just this. It's this. Just this. So if you see this, just click and I'll say it. Am I online? I don't know. Might not be online. I don't know. I don't have many friends. Anyway, let's skip on. Alright, for anyone new who's just found me, the way that I do this, the way that I do my streaming, is I do this for YouTube. But if I'm recording, then I might as well let people watch me stream, and in between episodes, I'll read it down chat, and I'll have a chat with people and talk to people and discuss how it's going and answer questions, etc, etc. But whilst I'm in the 20-30 minutes worth of recording, I, for want of a better phrase, ignore chat. I don't like to interact with them. I don't like that coming through on the channels, on the videos even, because I don't know, I think I've, out of experience of watching other people's playthroughs and them having a dialogue with chat, you don't see the questions that are being asked, so some of the answers that they come out with when they're responding to chat seem weird and out of place, and you seem like you're cut out of a little friend zone group. So I don't like to respond to chat whilst I'm in the videos, but I will do it. I will do it afterwards. Anyway, so let's get another episode done. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to our Bohemia campaign in EU4 with me, your host, Lucky Marine, where we are at war with Brittany. We are at war with Brittany, but it's just a war to bring in Portugal, separate him from his buddy Spain. We got smashed by the French troops. France France has some of the best ideas in the game, bar none, and they've gone with defensive ideas. Now, defensive ideas give you a plus 15% to morale of armies, which is really strong early on. Morale early on is mega strong, and the reason why France is mega strong in the early parts of the game is because their second idea, morale of armies plus 20, Ilan, has stacked with the defensive ideas that they've got, so they're already up at what, 35% morale at the very least. What else did you take? Offensive. So the three ideas into offensive as well. Yeah, so the generals are a little bit better. They've completed the defensive ideas. Actually, they've got all of them unlocked. If they're at the stage that we're at, then they have all their ideas unlocked, which means they also have, if we look towards the bottom, plus 5 to discipline, fort maintenance. No, not fort maintenance, doesn't really mean anything. Morale of armies, national manpower modified plus 20%. They're geared for. They are some really good ideas. So it's better to squish France. If you border them, you want to be fighting them before they get a land, before they get that second idea. Once they get that second idea, then you need weight of numbers to squish them. Limited disaster. Yep, we know about this. We're gonna have to take some land away from the nobility. I messed up a little bit there. Also tech. We can wait. We can wait. I will gradually cut through the French fort. I don't know where the French people are. Where have the French people gone? The French people are somewhere else. France, where are you going? France still has troops. But no, we'll full siege France. We'll give a province maybe to Berry? Probably to Berry. Also, we'll send our ships down to blockade Portugal. Looks like he doesn't have any troops at home. Let's stop him from bringing troops back. Ooh, of tea and sugar. Kind of attrition we're taking. Plus 1%. So we're going to have to keep an eye on these ships. They will gradually degrade over time. Whilst they're there. Right, let's get you to Armagnac. Ah, French troops up here. What? New World Diamonds. Portuguese Brazil gain 20 prestige. Price of gems changes it by minus 50%. This is a defensive war. We need to help our ally. Right. Oh, 3 wars. 1 against the Ottomans. Who knew? What have you done, Russia? What have you done? You thought that this was a good... You thought this was a good time. I'm in 2 wars already. You thought now was a good time for me to fight the Ottomans. We won, but not really, because we lost both of our heavies. Oh, this is the Ottomans trying to get out. Okay. Okay. Oh, we've got effective crusade as well. Come on, we need to get through this. We need to get through this a lot quicker. Actually, could France be got out now? They're down to medium. We could take them out right now. How about you flip to Berry? Just something inconsequential. A little bit further away from the Empire. Just Burgundy and France. 3-1 and a 17 aggressive. We'll go with that. We'll go with that, and we'll also revoke some cause. Nope. Alright. Police nations. Nope. Nope. Ottomans. Military access. War reps. Nope. That will do. Let's get them out. That flips to Berry. He can stop coring that. We can group up here and we can head down towards Portugal and start pushing him out. And then turn around. These are just transports. These are just transports holding the Ottomans in. At the moment the Ottomans are confined to here with their ships. They can't suddenly land people just randomly up here. So let's get all of these as well. Let's try and contain them into the Mediterranean. Under attack? Yes. And we can build a mill. We should start building things, I think. 51, 30s, 26, nothing. 43, 36, 40. So, 50 looks like a good plan to me. Get things built. Well, Portuguese here. Portuguese are right here. Separatists, are you shitting me? What? What? Just had to fight Spanish separatists. Alright. Mercs. Out onto Lisboa. Cannons out onto Lisboa. Let's cut through it as quickly as we can. And stop him from making any more. Actually, what's our opinion with you? So there's no opinion for we just crushed their separatists. There should be. Should be a bonus to that. We now have a province close enough to these ships to support them, so that's a good thing. How are we getting on over here? Yeah, we're going alright. Hungary's guarding Mustaf. Is this still not been done yet? Have you not taken Savoy? You have, and you're about to lose it. Austria, why can you not see this? Why can you not see this happening? This, he's going to lose a load of war score here. Oh, you stupid Austrians. Stupid Austrians. This is manageable. In fact, Portugal might give us what we want. Not just yet. How many? Yep. Once in Algarve without actually taking a fort near it. Okay. Portugal. Now we have pretty much what I want from you. What kind of aggressive expansion would that be? Not a lot at all. Is how much? How about if we were to take the piss? we can't make it a core. You're right, we can't. However, we can give it to someone who can. Portugal. Where else have you got land? This is very nice. If we can get, oh yeah, a foothold into Africa. Okay. None of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we'll give all that to England. And then a foothold into Africa. Any random islands? No. That is with taking Algarve as well. Do I really need Algarve? Would I rather have more land further afield? Further afield means we can expand here. And the aggressive expansion here is just going to affect the people here. And this will be less expensive in comparison to... How many is that? Yeah, this will be less expensive in comparison to actual Iberian land. Thankfully he hasn't built a fort down here. Had he built a fort down here, then we won't be able to take it, because demanding land without occupying fort in the area. But if you take this province, it cuts him off. This province and this province cuts him off from fabricating or taking land from Mali, because he just doesn't have adjacency anymore. This is all dead land. Do we push it even further? One more fort. We'll take out Fez. The amount of aggressive expansion that we're getting from Portugal for that deal isn't a lot. So I'm going to push that further on. You're getting pushed out into the English fleet. Let's go and help them out. I don't think we're going to need to, but it's been done. And let's put on our defensive edicts. And we're at war with Spain. Suddenly, we're at war with Spain. Had Austria got out of this war, I'd be alright with that. As it is, I most certainly am not. That will do. There you go. Bohemian Brazil. But not really. Not really, because I'm going to give all of this to England, but we can't do that until we're out of war. Should have flipped it to him. Should have flipped it to him before we peaced out. And then we can peace out with Brittany. I don't even want to take his land. I don't even want to take his land. I think why piecing out might be the best thing here. It allows us to go back to war with Brittany very, very soon, and drag Portugal back in 5 years, in fact. All that combat stops. We retain our manpower. We can go home. Our ships can go home. Brittany's still a thing, but the truce that we have with Brittany is 1602. So in 5 years we can go back to war with Brittany. And we can take more land off Portugal if he retains that alliance. And we didn't make him break that alliance with Brittany. But next time around, I'd like all of this not to be going on. I'd like Austria to know how to do war. Stupid Austrians. We will call the stuff down here. We will not call the stuff in the New World though. We should give it to trading company as well. It almost immediately gets rid of all the unrest. But not just yet. We still can't give you to England just yet, can we? Nope, not just yet. Alright, so we're out of that wall. Nope, don't need that. Undisputed succession, anything good there? Dread, it still doesn't have. Still doesn't have. Babies. There we go. Go on, you're at 95%. What is your reason? What is your reason to carry on this? Is it because I have free early? I will give you free early. And I'll give you Brescia as well. Okay, fine. And do we go help out the Russians? No. Okay. For want of a better term, no. No. We'll allow the Ottomans to eat through all of their manpower in a severe winter. Looks like they've already done it. Might be time for a counter-attack. There we go. At last. Fool. Nine favours. Oh, this is more than 9 favours. If Austria got out of this sooner, we could have dragged him into that war with Spain. That would have been nice, but oh well. We still got a decent amount out of that war with Portugal. It's just we need to be able to transfer it to England so that this can flip into to English Brazil. And English Brazil will pop out with 9 times out of 10 expansion ideas. So he'll start colonising himself. Same as English Columbia. They popped out with expansion. I think all the colonies do. Expansion, sometimes exploration as well. Yeah, expansion. So they can immediately start to fill themselves out. And we, because it's not going this way. We'll go fight the Ottomans. And Najd, for some reason. Alright. Is there anything that we have that we need to transfer to someone else? No, just get yourself away. Oh, great. Alright, gods all the way around. I'd like you to be flipped to trade company, but I'd like you to be called first. We need at least one more on outrage countries. I will fabricate on Mali. Alright. This is unfortunate, but we can deal with it. Can we get through? We can. Where's that Ottoman stack? Can't see it. It'll just pop up out of nowhere. Oh, Berry's here. Berry disguised as France. Oh, the Ottomans are coming to us. Oh, we're dead. No, we're not. What was that? This. I was meant to take land off them. Oh, damn it. Concentrating on the Ottomans. Concentrating on fighting the Ottomans and suddenly aristocratic coup. Alright. Go take out Najd. There's only 6,000 of them. It is going to be in Tyrol, which is in the mountains, but we should have more than enough people to deal with it. Not defeat. As we just wipe out Najd. 1, 2 to the Ottomans. 3. So the Ottomans get a little bit bigger. Alright, let's go. Actually, whilst we're black flagged, where do I want to go? Oh, I can't believe I allowed aristocratic coup to happen. Although it can only happen once. It can only happen once. I think I need to turn this off. We're just not generating any diplo points. Yeah, let's go. Just go to Praha. Now we've lost the effects of Crusade. Oh, we have morale of armies. One stability. Yes. Now let's bring you down for the moment. Aristocratic coup. What do you involve? You're here somewhere. Nope. I think we need to drag that down. How do we drag this down? They have more. Right, I need to give land away to Britain, of course. England, even. England. Let's give you land and stuff, shall we? Let's grant you Thomas. Oh, South Tom. And Espirito Santo. And Seguro. And Ilchios. And Bahia. I have no interest. I have zero interest in holding land over here. If I can give it all away to England or English colonies, and they can do what they want and flip to colonial nations and prosper, then fair enough. They can do that. I do not want any of that. Let my minions do it. Improve relations with whom? I don't think I need to improve relations with him. Ah, well. Okay, you look. We got drill you just yet. Oh, that taxation. Aristocratic coup minus 25%. That's a big number. And that is as well. Somehow. We need to bring this down. Which means we're rocking land. What do you have? What do you have that is causing me all this grief? Can take that off you. And that off you. $27, nope. 32, nope. 30s, nope. Anything down to 25, yep. $57, nope. 25. Oh, they're gonna be mad. They're gonna be mad. They're gonna be real mad. However, I need this influence down. What buttons can we press? Nothing just yet. So let's see what that does for us. Ooh, tolerant. Nice one. Which one's that? Oh, it does. So we're cruel, but we're tolerant. How? I wouldn't have thought that these were likely bedfellows. But they are. How's our aggressive expansion after all that? It's coming down. It's coming down a lot. That is better. Nope, no access from you. So from here, we can declare war on Mali. We can't quite get past that coastline, but next war with Portugal, we will be able to. Tunis, Songhai, Anyao, Miltec, 15 to 12. That's just, it'll be a walk in the park. You have now flipped entirely to English Brazil. Outstanding. You should do. Should be an entirely different colony. One, two, three, four, five. Yep, once it's caught it. It'll only need to core 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll only need to core 3 provinces. 1, 2, 3. Why he's got these 2 people working, I have no idea. He's just wasting points there. If you take a big lump out of another country, say this here, the entirety of Julia, then you only have to core 5 provinces for it to flip. There's no point in trying to core everything else. You're just wasting points. On 5 provinces, it'll flip away from you to a colonial nation. I think my forts can be turned off. I think that defensive edict can be turned off as well. Devastation here? None. Capital? None. You? None. Right. Forts can come on down then. Cossack aggression. We will demand that they are brought to justice. Okay, maybe not. Lund. I think we were just waiting for the devastation around you to exit. Yep. Could take you down. Also, I have ships. Where's my ships that aren't doing anything? You lot. We'll take trade in Lubeck itself. The rest of you, you're all fine. I need to rebuild those 2 heavies. At least the 2 heavies that we lost. I should make it 3. Austria still has his personal union over Hungary, which is nice. It kind of helps us out every time we go to war. Every time Austria gets pulled in on our side, we end up with a Hungary going to war as well. And he has had usually better Miltech than anyone around us. And when do you get integrated? England is now due in 1606. Nope, no access. We'll forgive user as well. We need to try keep cycling that. Bring down our inflation. We do have a gold mine, therefore inflation is going up at standstill. Brandenburg, no longer allied with the Emperor. Interesting. Nuremberg. Nuremberg is now not a one province minor. They have 2 provinces, which means they can no longer be a free city, which means attacking into Nuremberg. It's a very viable strat. Might have to go for that. Mali, that is our claim upon you. Julian separatists, Kong separatists, they'll be fine. We'll just need to call this. Once this is called, these rebels will go down. I think I also want to convert. It won't take much to convert this stuff, but if you give it to a trade company, then you can't convert it. It just gives me peace of mind if it's been converted. Plus, we're not doing much with trade down here at the moment anyway, so keeping it for ourselves, no great shakes. In the long run, however, a decent amount of power here, we can push it across to the Caribbean. From here we can push it directly into Chesapeake Bay to Gulf of St. Lawrence, and that is a way you savour as much trade as you can. If you've got dominance here and here and here, you don't want to be sending it into the middle of Europe. You want to be sending it all the way around the top into the North Sea, and then from there straight into the Channel, because you can dominate this with having everything in the North Sea node. You have almost 100% influence, and then anything that does get dragged into Lübeck, we've got dominance there anyway, but we can just push it back into the Channel. In fact, the more jumps that you can make, the more money snowballs. So we could turn this into a very, very profitable end node for us. Long term. We've kind of essentially become England, colonial England, but with bits of the Empire. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. You come home. I need you to fabricate upon somebody, and I've entirely forgotten who. No access from you, no access from the Knights either. Nuremberg. Going to war with you, brings in Austria just because we don't have a claim. Memmingen, Brandenburg, Alsace, that's fine. Our aggressive expansion in the Empire is coming down, so I would like to bump that up a little bit. And taking Nuremberg out itself. 20 dev province. What else does it have? Does it have juicy things? Not really. Not really. Is there anything better that we could take? Stettin. We could take Stettin. That would be much better. That would be much better. You come back from Nuremberg. Instead, fabricate on Danzig. Taking Stettin gives us more power in this node. We already took out Hamburg for lots and lots of aggressive expansion. Take out Zeeland. That's 20 in itself. It's one of the few modifiers that has a plus 20. Most of these are just plus 10. Plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10. Zeeland is a plus 20 on its own, which is good. We also have this one that's hiding of plus 10 as well, so we're gradually asserting our dominance in Lübeck. If we get a certain dominance in Lübeck, then when we jump to the Channel, it just means everything that gets sucked in here automatically gets transferred to the Channel, almost. Yeah. Holland. Talk to me. Also, Flanders. Would Diplo vassalize? Holland would diplo-vassalize. No, Ghent. Ghent would diplo-vassalize. Holland... no. Holland is inside the HRE. You are not, which makes you a nice meal. And it won't piss off people in the Empire. I need to feed Picardy to Friesland, who is Armenian. Friesland. I also need to feed Holland to him. Nope, I can't feed Holland to him because that's in the HRE. No, I can't do that. Giving vassals land in the HRE. As soon as Austria asks for that land back, they will say yes. 9 times out of 10 they will say yes. Almost 100 times out of 10 they will say yes. So I can feed him Picardy, Artois, Ghent, and then I need to integrate him and go to war with Holland directly and take this for myself. I can go to war with him anyway. Take it ourselves within coring range. It's on the coast, definitely within coring range. Going to war with you brings in Danzig and Brandenburg. That is perfect. That's even more perfect than that. Go to war with Danzig. Bring in Holland. Separate the piece out. Brandenburg for nothing. Alsace for nothing. But with Holland, take out Holland himself. Depends how our aggressive expansion is. But 22 would have province in the Empire. It's going to be touch and go whether people allow us to take it. And then if we move our capital here, not only does it move our trade capital to the English Channel, which is going to be odd, but it also stops the whole Netherlands thing popping. If your capital is in a Dutch culture province, the whole Netherlands rebellion doesn't fire. And I think I want to take advantage of that. Alright, anyway, that has been 38 minutes. I do apologise for that, ladies and gentlemen, 8 minutes over time. But I was just talking and walking through my plans. We are in the middle of an aristocratic coup because of my own incompetence. However, we should be able to get out of that fairly quickly. And it's not like we have lots of national unrest. But until next time, do take care. Whew, you're right, Martin. How are things? War with Hungary. Yeah, I saw the go to war with Hungary out of the corner of my eye, and so that's why I said that Hungary is actually in a personal union with Austria, and Austria is my best friend. So when we go to war, Austria and Hungary go to war as well. It's a good alliance to have at the moment. It has dismantled France and various other things. It will aid us in dismantling Spain as well. For some reason, the dumb YouTubes didn't send me a notification. That's fine. They can't send you a notification all the time. It's stuff that's, well, I'll put the stream up anyway. But I've started to put out the individual episodes for this series. How long are my videos? My videos are about 30 minutes long. 2007. Yeah, because it's like, right. I'm trained. Well, I have qualifications in being a mechanic, right? So with my car, if there's if I notice a noise, I know what the noise is, and I can identify the noise, and I'm like, it's okay, it's safe, it's not car braking noise. I can continue like this. However, 6 months down the road, when my car brakes because of the noise that I've identified, and I thought, yeah, it's not going to brake tomorrow, but I put off and I put off and I put off and I put off. Suddenly my car breaks down and I'm like, but I already knew about this. Why did I put it off? It's just in the back of your mind. You're like, yeah, it's fine. I'll deal with that. I'll deal with that in a bit. But then suddenly, you get dragged into a war with the Ottomans, and that gets shoved to the back of your mind. But oh well, it's only an aristocratic coup. In fact, when does it get curtailed? I'm just going to have to Google that a little bit. When does the aristocratic... I don't often end up in an aristocratic coup. Aristocratic ideas? No, not ideas. Coup. This doesn't look good. Very first thing that pops up. Can't get out of aristocratic coup. Oh no. Revoking provinces, reduce their influence. The first thing we did. My first thought was get this under 80. Even if it pisses them off. Get it under 80. Oh, they have to go even further. They have to go even further down. Apparently you have to go down to about 60. Interesting. Go to war Poland. That is an option as well. It's an option as well. However, I was going to say I was trying to keep my aggressive expansion down, but it's alright now. I say it's alright. I mean, Cologne has a view of minus 76 about our aggressive expansion. Burgundy 63, 62, 39. It's coming down. Denmark with the minus 52. Going to war with Poland. What does that entail? I'll have to have a look. What was I going through? What was I going through in my head? No, not Poland just yet, because I need Holland. If we can get Holland, if we can get Danzig, then I think we're set in terms of trade. Plus, the Netherlands rebellion only happens if you have your capital outside of the Dutch region. Well, let's have a look. The cultural region here. Dutch, Flemish. So as long as your capital is in a Dutch or Flemish region. What's this? Walloon? French. Then you'll not get the Netherlands rebels. And you won't get dragged into a big conflict here. They pop out with quite a lot of troops. So I'd like to try and sidestep that as much as we can. Denmark. Denmark, we have already eaten them quite a lot. I think we still have a truce with them. We still have a truce with them until 1601. Who did they pick up in terms of allies? Nothing. So yeah, as soon as our truce is over with Denmark in 1601. Oh, Livonia Lords took out Gotland. Yeah, as soon as our truce is over with Denmark, they're down to a 120% war score for all Danish provinces. So yeah, we might leave them with Iceland. It's not land that I really need. Have you flipped it to English? No, not just yet. How far are you along with it going? Good. So yeah, this will flip to English Brazil, English colonial Brazil. That'll be the third colonial nation that England have formed, which by virtue will revert to us, will become subservient to us on the integration of England, and then we can start messing about with tariffs. So it looks like we're going to need to revoke even more land off them. When do some of these come off? 1600, 15% drops off. 1606, 1603, 20% comes off. Right, so it looks like we've got about 5 years worth. It's about 35% that drops off there. If we were to take another province off them now, we'd get an instant firing of a rebellion in that province. So it can be useful if the enemy are coming through your land. You can give land away to your estate, and then if you revoke that land, just as the enemy are on top of it or locked into going into it. Say if we took this away now, which we will do actually. I'll move my army up here. I'll show it in the next episode. And the enemy are locked into here. There's going to be about 10,000 troops that pop up here, 10,000 rebels, and you can use it to quite good effect, especially if you get the clergy as well into the red. And the enemy walking from this province to this province might encounter what 50,000 rebels on his way, and then you mop up what's left. But yeah, we're going to have to take away this. We're going to have to take away this land up here, all this land up here. But we're going to need our army there to mop up. Am I the Emperor? I am not the Emperor just yet. I left that to Austria actually. Once you start eating into the HRE, once you start pushing up your aggressive expansion with them, then they take a really dim view of your aspirations for emperorship. Which is unfortunate. However, we've not needed to be the emperor. In fact, we got rid of 2 centers of reformation ourselves. We were the good guys of the empire. Austria didn't do anything. Austria did not do anything. But yeah, there's still, I think it's Holland that has the last center of reformation. No, this province here. So, if we go to war with Holland, we take Holland himself, but then force religion. He'll be forced into this province and it'll get rid of this centre of reformation. Alright, I think we're about ready for the next episode. Upgrade ships? Well, we can. Go on then. It's always good to keep your ships up to date. Need upgrading? No. And if you need upgrading? No. Good. Alright. Don't really need to contain the Reformation. No. No. Don't really need to. But I don't know. I've got my Austria head on. So every time I see a little bit of blue, I'm like, it needs to die. It needs to die. But yeah, I don't need to contain it. I don't need to get rid of the centre of reformation. But I suppose the more stuff it converts of my land, the better. Because every time, maybe not these, but every time I convert a province, I get some more papal influence. So I'm just farming it for points, for papal points. Current crusade against Tunis. Okay. Excited for the new patch? I am. I am excited for the new patch. It's going to be a little bit broken, I think. I think having a religion that is confined to a very specific area of the map, i.e. or a specific tag, kind of the British Isles in Anglicanism, is going to be an old one. I mean, Anglicanism being able to be defender of the faith of Anglicanism, you're not going to have to go to war over here to defend anyone. It's going to be you're the only one with Anglicanism. So it's a bit like Russia when they take they're the only province or the only person that has Orthodox, if they eat out the rest of this. Or it's like Ethiopia, if they're the only Coptics and they take defender of the faith. Yes, you get a -5% to tech cost, but the morale of armies, morale of navies, yeah, not so much. The monthly war exhaustion, the yearly prestige, the yearly papal influence or whatever influence, but probably not with Anglican. Probably not papal influence with Anglican, but extra missionary as well. It's an instant, please make the game easier for me button. Especially if you are the only one of that religion. because you don't have to get called into other people's wars. What else? The extra provinces. If you haven't got big blue blob just yet, it's going to make big blue blob easier because France already starts with more provinces, as does England. There are a few provinces up here that the more have been split. I know that Normandy has been split into a few more. I know that Holland gets split into a further 2 provinces. There's a lot more provinces in here. I think there's an extra 2 or 3 in an area that's already quite densely packed with very small provinces. That's going to be a very rich area to get into. But yeah, Yorkshire splits into 3, I think. Lancashire into another 2, marches into another 2. It's going to be a little bit like Japan. Can we see Japan? We can't see Japan. But Japan is a small area that's very densely populated with a lot of provinces, and so it can be what it can be. It is. It's a very, if you can take it all, if you can unite Japan, suddenly you're rolling in money, in points. It's going to be the same with England, and then the flipping of the trade goods with the coal that's worth what, 10, which is a huge amount. And it only happens if you have coal, it'll be hiding behind the you'll be able to see it, see the animation of it. It'll be hiding behind cloth or behind iron or behind wool or cows. And if your province, you have to get to an admin tech of, I think it's on like 21, 25. So it is a little bit later in the game. It is later into the game. But your province needs to be of 20 dev. It needs to be late into the game. At that point, the coal will come to the fore, and it's worth 10. Wool is worth 2. This coal is worth 10. And there's a few provinces in the United Kingdom that have it. There are provinces in the New World that have it. And I was looking at this, and I thought it might be worth cherry picking the provinces in the New World that have the coal modifier. Now the reason for that is, if you build a manufactory on top of a coal province, then it upgrades your production efficiency. This upgrades production efficiency in your entire empire, in your entire kingdom, by 5% for every single coal province manufactory that you have. So if you have 4 in England, it's an extra 20% on top of this number, and there are, I think there's another like 5 over here. So cherry picking them, it's another 25% to add to your production efficiency. Huge numbers. It would be fun to extend the timeline. It would be fun to extend the timeline if it was done well. I know when they introduced the trailer for it, I was like, get in there. Victoria 3. It's inbound. But no. But yeah, it's almost as if they're testing things out, testing waters on maybe EU5 mechanics. That would be exciting, especially as to buy EU4 these days, and all the DLC necessary to have a good experience is astronomical now. How's the asking going? It's going well, Martin. It is going well. Or the modifiers for the English Navy. Yeah, I saw that they changed the ideas set for England and then for Great Britain, and I looked at them, and I looked at them again, and I turned them upside down, and I looked at them again, and I realised that it's going to be better to stay as England. It really is. The English ideas, I think, are much better than the Great Britain ideas. Do I have a colony in America? I do not have a colony in America. However, my minion, England, he has one colonial nation, he has 2 colonial nations, and we've just force-fed him enough for him to pop a 3rd colonial nation, which will flip to us when we integrate England in soon. Because we use so many points, it flips between integrating and not integrating. So we're in a month where we're not integrating because we don't have any points. Yeah, I do need a good navy. I think that I might put off building a navy, however, until I integrate England. Once I integrate England, I integrate his navy as well. And England has quite a good fleet. I don't want to build in my navy up now if I don't need it. If I go to war with anyone in Europe, England gets dragged into my war anyway. And he is quite good at using his heavies effectively. So I know that when I inherit England, I'm going to inherit 20 heavies. So I don't really want to be building those heavies right now if I'm going to have to ditch them later on. Can't wait to look at your Bohemia gameplay. Can't really imagine the Czech controlling Africa being all around Europe. Yeah, that's yeah. Weird things happened. Weird things happened with Bohemia. I didn't expect this. I didn't expect the PU over England. I spotted England was 60 years old, 65 years old or something. Married him, and within a month we had a personal union. That was odd. I mean, I had to go to war with France for it, but it was me and Austria and Hungary and all of Hungary's friends and other people versus France. It was very easy. It is a beautiful and chaotic game. I would agree with you there, and that is why EU4 has such high replayability. Even playing the same nation 10 times, you're not going to get the same outcome. You will have similar events. You will have some events that are structured towards that country itself, i.e. the pod spread. However, beyond that, you can go wherever you want. I mean, we could pick up colonial and expansion ideas and essentially become an England that's eaten into the empire, and just do colonial stuff and colonial stuff. I don't know. There's lots of options open for us, and it's the same with every single country. So yeah, I struggle to think of a similar game that has such freedom of movement in whatever you want to do. I don't know. Oh, what's this? Yep. Bananarama. Who's Bananarama? Oh, okay. Fair enough. I like to sign out of this whilst I'm doing stuff in game because it makes noises. I don't like the noises. I don't like the loud noises. How many hours do I have in the game? Let's have a look. Last check. 2,796. Oh my god, what have I done with my life? I've wasted it all. Yeah, I've wasted my life on Europa Universalis for oh well. But no, I got into Europa Universalis 4 really early. As soon as it came, I was busy playing Europa Universalis 3, and then 4 came out. Bought it, and so going through and getting the DLC as they came out was it hasn't been as painful for me as it has been for people that have come to the game a little bit later on. And I've had to buy 5, 6, 7 DLCs just to get a good a good view of the game, a decent game, I think. Let's have a look. Even my review, I gave it a thumbs down. I gave it a thumbs down. Just because. Just because it's really good. I struggled to think of a game that has similar depth or replayability. However, I was there in the beginning. I couldn't possibly recommend this game to someone new coming into Grand Strategy because the amount of money they would have to put down is stupid. Plus, what was it? Yeah, focuses on certain geographical areas. Like China, the whole Ming patch, the Mandate of Heaven made China, or playing any country around Ming, just stupidly hard. Really, really hard. Not for anyone who's new to the game. And it's, I don't know. Same with Russia. Suddenly Russia forms, they have Strelsky, and it destabilizes gameplays in the areas. Yeah. Oh well. So, anyway, let's get back to the game, shall we? I have 134 hours. Well, it must have taken me, I would say at least 500 hours before I got basics of the game down, until I could look at events, I could look at what was going on, I could look at combat, I could look at diplomacy, I could understand why things have happened. It took me a good 500 hours. And then beyond that, that's when I started to use the mechanics. Is this Naples? It is. Tiny Naples. Tiny Naples. That's where I started to use the mechanics to my advantage. So. Steam sales for the win, definitely. Definitely. If you can jump on a Steam sale, then grab whatever you're missing. Do I have Hearts of Iron 4? I do not have Hearts of Iron 4. I looked at Hearts of Iron. I looked at Hearts of Iron 4. I used to love playing Hearts of Iron 3. Thought it was brilliant. And then they brought out Hearts of Iron 4, and it was, what's the terminology? What did I say? It was too accessible. I thought they dumbed it down. I thought it was far too easy. Compared to things like the research trees in Hearts of Iron 3, your research was, I mean, you could go in any direction you wanted, absolutely any direction that you wanted, as any country almost. But with Hearts of Iron 4, you were led down very specific paths, and I didn't like that. Vassalize Naples and use Reconquest on Italy. Do you still have your cause? You do. You do. Although you've lost this. Why have you lost that? 1729. Alright, so they're not in danger of losing. Not in danger of losing those cores anytime soon. Could I Diplo vassalize you? Distance between borders. So I would need to get close to him. There is a current crusade against Tunis. Tunis is directly allied to the Ottomans, but he's also allied to Mali. Now Mali's right here. We already have a claim on him. Going to war with you brings in Tunis, Songhai and Yao. That means we isolate Tunis away from the Ottomans. We can take, I don't know, his capital, something down here. Take a province down here. We'll be close enough to Naples that he wants to Diplo vassalize to us. Who are you at war with? You're gonna get smashed. France, Liège and Poland. Alright. Take a province over here. Diplo vassalize Naples. Use Naples Reconquest CB to take back his provinces in Italy. It does bring us perilously close to the ubtubs, but I think I'll be alright with that. Yep. There's always more than one way to skin a cat, and if you can't get into a country because of the alliances, just pick someone else that they're allied to. Songhai, if we attack into you, can we attack into you? No, because you're somewhere else. Alright, who else? Mali. Can we attack into you? Yes, we can. Ottoman's not on this list. Let's go. Also, it would activate the Crusade again. No, wrong one. It would activate the Crusade, which is National Tax Modifier, Morale of Armies, Manpower Modifier. That National Manpower Modifier of 30% is a huge number. It's a huge, huge number. Yearly Prestige is nice. Yearly Papal Influence again is nice. Besides, killing Ottoman allies is always a good thing. It is. Although Ottomans, they don't really need allies. Not really. Not really. What did you go with? Oh, you went quantity. Oh, you went quantity. I don't have my banners. Last playthrough that I did was Ming into Shan, Shan into Great Yuan, Great Yuan into Manchu, Manchu into King. So we had Great Yuan ideas, Manchu banners, and by the time we got over here, I think our second war with the Ottomans, after I got my mandate back up above 50, we were stack wiping 50,000 Ottomans within like 8 days. It was easy. It was easy. But I don't have my banners, so I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, it's a single player at the moment. I don't think I've ever played multiplayer EU4. Don't think I've ever played multiplayer EU4. I might have to schedule something on my Discord for maybe a multiplayer game. Might be fun. Anyway, next episode. Before I forget what I'm doing, it's nice to do an episode and then talk to chat a little bit. So I'm enjoying that. I'm very new to the streaming. Only got streaming capabilities at mid-January. No, beginning of February actually. So so this is all a bit new to me. I like it. It's nice. So War with Danzig. War with Danzig brings in Holland. Holland, we take the Holland capital. Although would it be better to take Holland out? It might be better to actually go for Holland instead of Danzig. Stettin is less dev, therefore less aggressive expansion for taking it off somebody who is not a co-belligerent. Although could we co-belligerize you? We probably could. But we will declare over Holland. Unless someone's guaranteeing you. No. No. Alright, okay, let's go. Oh. Well, playing is fun, but since I play on Mac, it's always dicey if it's compatible. Yeah, I hear you there. Just find EU on Steam too expensive. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think that's the thing with multiplayer. You're always waiting on other people, and it can be a little bit, I don't know. I like to get into the groove of playing EU4. You pick up a rhythm, and the rhythm isn't really there when you play multiplayer. Okay, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to our Bohemia campaign in EU4 with me, your host, Lake Marine, where I've decided to not fabricate on Danzig. Instead, we're going to fabricate on Holland themselves. We can bring in Danzig as a co-belligerent, and from there, I would like to take Holland for myself. Why Holland for myself? Because we need to move our capital to Holland to stop the whole Netherland rebellions. Also, I need to take even more land off the nobility. Even more. However, because their loyalty is now into the red, the next province we take off them, there is going to be a rebellion there. It can be useful. It can be useful if the enemy are walking through your land. You just piss off your estates, and then as they're walking through, say, the this province here that belongs to the nobility. At the moment they lock themselves into it, you take that province off the nobility, you get an instant rebellion, and suddenly you're using rebel strats against the enemy. Like a undercover resistance. No access from anybody. And we are slowly cycling through outraged countries. And calls are coming in. Excellent. No access. No access from you. One more take. I will take this land. Off the nobility. Right, okay, so. Fort maintenance, fort defense, go on then. Pushing fort defense up is very nice. If it turns into siege races, especially late on in the game. Oh, I could do with upgrading you. I could do with upgrading all my forts actually, now that they can. Yeah, when it turns into siege races, you having more fort defense is good. So let's take this land off the nobility. Instant rebellion. Okay. Okay, so how many rebels were there? 11,000. So imagine that in provinces throughout your kingdom. And an enemy army has to walk from here to here. And you're popping 11,000 stacks in front of him all the way through. You're bleeding him of his manpower. Nope. Navy tradition, army tradition, go army tradition. Hire the Polish officers for 5 army professionalism. Oh my word, yes. Oh my word, yes. I don't care about Poland's opinion of us. I will take that and ram the loans. And how do they fight? Yeah, they fight alright. I mean, we fight better, but they fight alright. Also, I've just realised we still have that level 3 in this slot, and we can't really afford him. So, let's get him kicked. Let's get him kicked. Let's start making some money. And from here, we need the next province the nobility own. The nobility, apparently, to get out of aristocratic coup, because I don't get it into it that often. I have to go find out how to get out of it. And you need to take essentially all the land off them. So we'll do that. No, you need this to dip under something like 60. And we've already artificially chucked it up because of recruited minister, land theft tolerated, and granted generalship. Now some of these are going to tick off. One of them in 1600. We'll lose 15% in 1600. So we just need this one province, I think, to be taken off the nobility. Nope, no access. Don't be giving access to... If you're playing the HRE game, don't give access to people. Anyone. Unless you really, really like them. Otherwise, you go to war and suddenly they're walking all the way through other people's lands to get you. What access do we give? No, us. We give access to Austria and Russia. You have to keep that in mind. And we have a loan, of course we do. We have a loan because I wanted that plus a 5 to professionalism. Once you're a big country, where's the nobles? Just there. Once you're a big country, then drilling your troops, it doesn't really, it drills them. Fair enough, it drills them, but it doesn't really give you that much professionalism. The bigger you are, the weaker that is. So you get all your yep, over 7,000. So you get the most of your professionalism through events. No squish. Next. We're down to 75. Now 15 is going to come off in 1600, which brings it down to 60. But we will take another province off them just in case. Paradox have programmed it in such a way, yep, that you need to be under 60. Still rocking some mercenaries. Again, sometimes you get events that pop up to give you professionalism if you've got mercenaries. No access from you or you. And take that province as well. Take the corruption. Always take the corruption. Always, always. Down to 73. Okay, that is a lot better. Once we're out of aristocratic here, we can always give that land back to people. Disputed succession in Russia. Disputed succession in Russia. We already have. You might die. You might die at 15 years old. What else? Spain, Danzig. Do you have counter-espionage on? No. Spy detection in Holland is really, really high though. He must have taken espionage ideas. Holland, did you take espionage ideas, you stupid fool? Yep, there it is. Espionage ideas, and he is 3 ideas into it. Yep, foreign spy detection, plus only just, plus 33%. So that's going to take a while. Improve relations. Improve relations, that might be better. Where did global trade pop? England probably got it actually. Let's have a little look. Yep, England got global trade pop in them. Excellent. I think, even though it's a half price, level 3, I'm going to swap out for improved relations. It does drop our Diplo rep a little bit. Means you get pushed out to 16 or 7. I'm alright with that. English Brazil. Not quite called just yet. Once it is called, it'll flip to properly English Brazil. Argentina doing an alright job. English Colombia look like they have... I thought they had joining provinces. Maybe not. That's all colonial Colombia. Okay. Anyway, Holland. And my people. Let's bring you back to Praha. Actually, just Zeeland will do. That's us. Yeah, we'll convert. We'll convert these for the extra papal points. And we'll bring you down. Start making some money. Age of Reformation is ending in 121 months. We need to be ready for that. Now, when the Age of Reformation is ending, you want to try and pop particularists in your country. Now, the reason for that is, if particularists are on this list, you can handle them, you can accept their demands. It gives a plus 30 to autonomy in every single province that you have, which should be England by then as well. And you can immediately go down this list and lower autonomy in all those provinces. And every time you lower autonomy in a province, you gain a little bit of absolutism. Which means that the moment the year of absolutism comes along, the moment the age of absolutism comes along, you can be immediately benefiting from it. Grain and wine. comes down. But only for a couple of years. Curtail of the nobility. Lose 3 stability. Oh. Lose 25 prestige. We changed to a despotic monarchy though. Now despotic monarchy isn't bad. It really isn't bad. I did consider flipping to a despotic monarchy. Done. How's our unrest? Unrest isn't that bad. I'm going to wait. It only costs 85. I'm going to wait to see if we grab a free stability from somewhere. I'm also going to wait to see if Mr. Pope Man would give us a stability. How many points do we generate? 6.2 points per year. And we could get more from him. You come back. And let's improve relations with Mr. Pope Man. King Elector is back in control, which means we should be making a lot more money now. Do you remember when I said we might get a free stability? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, 425. 425 isn't bad. A 1, what was that? A 135 is terrible. This monthly autonomy change is nice. Especially if we are going to be lowering autonomy. Actually, no. If we're going to be accepting the demands of particular lists, then this is very nice. Alright. So we're at -3 stability. Oh, and yearly corruption. His son has yearly corruption. His son? What? You're 16 years old and you're 24. Something doesn't quite add up there, does it? I don't know. Did people back then have children when they were 8? I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe that's the thing. Alright, we have a free diplomat. All our heavies are done. We should have them out protecting trade. Not protecting trade, but hunting pirates. There's pirates there, so let's go and hunt those. Multan has gone bankrupt. Now would be a good time to eat them. Hunt pirates in the North Sea, away go. Now that the nobility have been curtailed, we can give them a little bit of land. Any high autonomy stuff? Not really. 39 is relatively high. $28 is relatively high. 34, can have that. $28, you can have that. $26, I suppose, and that'll do. That's all I need. This will come up in time, as long as these two numbers are in the yellow, and this one will gradually start trending upwards. So we should be making more money. We are good. And your access, you cannot have access. Whilst we're waiting around, let's lock someone else on outrage countries. We're about to take out Holland, and people are going to get mega mad with us. However, I'm going to war with you. It will bring in Danzig and Brandenburg. So let's get ready to push out Brandenburg immediately. access from you. I don't know why you want access through Milan. Still with Russia. 33% chance of gaining stability. 33% chance of our current ruler will die. And you can't lose 2 stability if you don't have 2 stability to lose. We gained 1. Excellent. 33% chance of losing a stability. Of killing off this guy. Overall marriage with you. Overall marriage with you. Right. Nope. Oh, what is this? Diplo annexation cost. Oh, come on. It's almost as if it knew. Come on, Holland. We're waiting on you now. Spy detection. Ugh. I need to take out Holland in its entirety. Okay. I'm not fabricating on Holland again. Not with espionage ideas. Taking all my life. Although, we'll be able to pay off a loan. Austria have embraced global trade. Is it really that close to us? How have you embraced global trade? Did you super develop your capital? Probably. Unless he had an event that gave him a load of global tradeness, and then he developed even further. Probably. No access from you. And conversion is successful. Let's get you converted. Yep. Away you go. Our truce with Denmark has ended. Sorry, we're about to go to war with Holland. Soon. Soonish. Oh. Truce with Spain has ended. Okay. So our truce with Brittany has ended as well. Which means we can go back to war with Brittany. And it brings in France, it brings in Portugal again. This time I might not bring in Austria. If we do it by ourselves, then we don't have 2 great powers against, well, none. So Spain can't intervene. Although it might be fun to have Spain intervene. Especially if Austria do get involved. Austria and Hungary. Alright. Let's... full maintenance. Let's get ready to go. Ooh. Admin efficiency. We will take this. Even if we're ahead of time, we will take this. Before we peace out. It'll allow us to call. Cheaper. Also, English Brazil. Properly English Brazil. Which means you now have 3 colonial nations. Which means we have 3 colonial nations. Excellent. Let's grab... at least put someone in the seat. And that is our claim. Let's get it before... no possible. No possible neighbouring provinces. Please tell me, Friesland, that you have claims on this. Oh, Friesland. There is a way we can do it. There is a way we can do this. Friesland, it's going to piss you off. But if we seize Vlaanderen... Oh, it's painful. What chaos? Alright, so we've seized Calais, which means we can now fabricate upon you. And hopefully... No, we're just going to have to improve relations with him. Didn't want to have to do that, but... we weren't in the right sea style to fabricate in Holland. So now Austria won't join. Brandenburg and Danzig. Easy fight there. Easy fight to take there. Immediately roll into Brandenburg. Wipe him out. And take him out of the fight. Where's my heavies? Actually, all my ships. All my ships group up, including those heavies. And transports, why not? And we will try and contain Holland. Okay, let's go. Holland. I require Holland. Danzig as a co-belligerent brings in... we'd have a claim. No, we'll concentrate on Holland. I need to move my capital fairly quickly before rebellions start happening and the Netherlands start popping out. Mercenaries, step out. Cannons, step out. We carry on. You split and split again. If we can't eliminate the forces, then we'll at least stop them from being able to build any more troops, and then we'll go squish them. We need to lock somebody on making friends with Friesland. Try drag this Liberty Desire down a little bit. In fact, if we're not taking anything from Brandenburg, then just getting through his capital might be enough to get him out. I don't think we want anything from him. You come back from France. You take that straight away. Not taking anything immediately. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. But if it isn't so bad, I'd rather land from Danzig. So we can save you from for another time. Turn calls? Nope. Least nations? Not really. False religion. That'd be fun. No, just war ups. Nope. Just white peace, actually. Just white peace. Get you out. We'll go to Danzig and we'll cut through his stuff. Have you not got access through Poland? You do not. Alright. Old Mercs out. Cannons out. The majority of these troops just step off for the moment. Uh oh. We might get excommunicated here. give this. Alright, so I've already got a blockade. Alright, we'll stay here then. That was not expected. Frankfurt is now the Emperor. Frankfurt, ladies and gentlemen, is the Emperor. Frankfurt is the Emperor. Which means things change a little bit. In taking HRE land, we're now going to get a call for return province, which is going to give us 10 unrest. If we say no, he gets the CB on us and he can go towards us. I'm not scared of Frankfurt, but it's just that 10 unrest is not nice. Let's have you continuing with outraged countries. Somebody continue with outraged countries. You come back from Holland. We can send you as well. What Holland doing? Okay. Suddenly, I think Friesland have come. Nope, Friesland, what are you doing? Usually, if their liberty desire is above 50, they just won't move out of their provinces. National rest mines too, most certainly. Thank you very much. Oh, Barry's over here taking the land back for us. Good guy, Barry. Good guy. So, Austria, no longer the Emperor of the HRE. Means he's gonna suddenly go ham and start eating everybody. Attacker, yep, just attack everyone. Attack into the HRE. Yeah, this is what usually happens. They just stand in their own land and get eaten. Good. Next. Away you go. Into positive numbers here. I would like both Danzig and Holland full sieged so that I can gauge how much aggressive expansion we're going to get with both of those peace deals. How close are we to you? Not far away. Might start saving the money then. I will wait for actual military tech. Straight out of this war, I want to roll into a war again against Brittany. Drag Portugal in. And go from there. There is no escape for you, my friend. You didn't get access through Poland for some reason. Mercs onto that, along with cannons. Oh, it's already 7%. There's no point going bringing a blockade. Done. You lot this way. What is going on here? What is going on here? Also, I can get that way. And we're almost capped on admin. I did say that I wanted to take this before we peaced out. We only need how many points? 768 admin power to piece out here. So we will do a little bit of development somewhere. I'll do it here. Cruise development. There we go. Should have enough admin for that by the time we're ready to piece out. Conversion successful. Excellent. Not you. Have we done with our conversions? Oh no. Something converted. Something converted to Protestant. Alright, let's go sit on Holland itself. We could separately piece out Danzig right now, but I wouldn't be able to accurately gauge how much aggressive expansion it would be for both Holland and Danzig. So I'd like to sort that out first. How many do you need? Need 15. He's upgraded his forts as he should. Well done. Clever girl. However, that will not save you. So, Holland, if I was to piece you out, you come back from whoever that is. Some African nation. Nope, stop with the access. You can't have any access. Suddenly, Frankfurt becomes the leader of the HRE and everyone loses their shit. It's tempting. It's tempting to pick it up whilst we're at war. It's always on in the background. Truce with France has ended. Excellent. Okay, Holland. If we were to peace out with... let's say Danzig. If we were to take Stettin off you, what would happen? Nothing much. It is 32 aggressive expansion though. That is a lot. Alright, away you go. We'll just take Stettin, which is, of course, the Oder estuary, which increases our power in the Lübeck node. Excellent. Now with Holland. Where to take Holland out in their entirety? Not many people. Not many people get pissed off. And we can force religion, which will get rid of that centre of reformation. Not that easy. What about both of you provinces? Yep, that's a lot. We'll just make do with Holland. Holland is what we came for. That will be fine. Maybe force religion? No. I don't think I need to force religion. I mean, the more that this centre of reformation pops things around us. No, because it also spreads zeal, doesn't it? Because Calais now, it has a zeal. It lasts for ages. Yeah, we're going to force a religion. We're going to get rid of Protestant. But that, ladies and gentlemen, will be it for this episode. I've been Lucky Marine. As always, you lot have been amazing. Join me next time for the fall of Holland and probably the transfer of our capital. Until then, though, do take care. Whew. Am I done with the video? I'm done with the video right now. If I don't respond to chat, then I'm probably still videoing or doing the video stuff. Or if I haven't responded to chat for a while, then I probably am still doing for stuff with the video. But yeah, what's going on with France? Attacking against Danzig in the Polish conquest of Danzig. Oh, of course. So that's Poland attacking into Danzig, attacking into the Empire. Because Austria is no longer the HRE dude, they can get away with doing pretty much whatever they want. I don't know. And the integration of England will be done in how long now? 1610. Another 6 years. Another 6 years for him to spit out more colonists, grow his colonial nations, for us to swoop in and take them over. But yeah, war with Holland. We'll take out Holland itself. We'll move our capital here. I think it's in the marsh. It's in the marsh, yeah. Which moves our trade capital over here. And that's going to be pretty much perfect. I mean, it's going to be like 5 years ahead of time before we take all of this out, but... Oh, for Iceland, head down to 55. I think once we've taken Holland and we've turned it into our capital, we'll start the integration process with Iceland as soon as he gets to, as soon as his Liberty Desire comes down. There's not much more we can feed him. We can feed him Brittany, or we can feed him bits of Burgundy, but he also has Co, which is a modifier that we need. We'll see. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think it's just because of the amount of hours that I've put in, and so I thought if I can teach people a little bit of what I know, then that will be good. But war against Brittany again brings in Portugal. Again brings in France. Right. Our truce with Portugal still isn't up. Still isn't up for a good 3 years. But because we white-pieced out Brittany, we can drag Portugal into another fight and take another lump off him. Portuguese Brazil, we can give this Portuguese Brazil, or we can take it all in this fight, and we can give it to English Brazil. And he's going to be quite happy with that. We can take the rest of this off Portugal. All these holdings in Africa. Anything else? Does he have anything else? That's a massive jump here. The Timurids are still here, you ladies and gentlemen. Somehow the Timurids are still here. Are you the only one here? Apparently there's 3 people watching. I don't know if that counts me. It might do. It might count me. And somehow the Spain have taken over the Falklands. But if people want to lurk, that's fine. I used to do a lot of lurking myself. Now we could take some of his islands, I suppose. However, I'd like Portugal to continue making provinces, because he can make the provinces. He's got the exploration, probably expansion as well, plus the bonuses to it. Exploration, expansion, yeah. So he can make the provinces, and we can just steal them off him. In fact, it might be worth allowing him to keep these 2 provinces, so he can continue inwards. And just take out these to give to English Brazil. The African want a colony. It's not. It's a full state. You don't make colonies in Africa. The only colonies that are able are in the New World: Brazil, La Plata, or Argentina. Or it depends on what your country is. England makes Argentina. Spain, I think, forms La Plata. And you got Peru, colonial Colombia. All these colonial regions, no matter who has them. And Australia. Australia is a colonial region that'll form a colonial nation. The stuff in Africa is trade company regions. So you can give all of this to a specific trade company. All of this can go to a specific trade company. And trade companies give you bonuses here. So trade companies in this region boost the amount of goods produced by non-Western countries by 8.8%. Essentially, you're trading with the natives, and you're making them more productive because they're trading with you, because they get a bonus for it. But also giving your province to the trade company. Local trade power goes up. You lose all the tax. You don't get any more tax from this province ever again. Mission strength goes down, so it's good to get converted to your religion if you can. You don't get any manpower. You don't get any sailors. Nothing. It's just, it focuses mainly on trade. So a little bit of naval force limit, and you push up your local trade power here. Also, it appears on this list. So we'd have West African Charter. West African Trade Company would appear on this list. And as long as they had more than 50% of the trade power in this West African node, the Ivory Coast, then we would get another merchant. How long are we going to stream? What time is it now? For me, it's about 5:30 in the afternoon. 5:30. About another hour. About another hour, and then I've got work to go to. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. Sick with strep. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Hope you get well soon. Alright. Still -2 stability, which is not nice, but we'll get through it. Full humanist to the rescue. We don't have that much national unrest. Okay, next episode, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to our Bohemian campaign in EU4 with me, your host, Liquor Marine, where we are waiting for the fall of Holland. We're going to take him out. We're also going to get rid of... Okay. We're also going to get rid of the Centre of Reformation. Just here. If we take Holland and then force his religion, it will force this province to be Catholic, therefore getting rid of the Centre of Reformation. One would assume. Fairly certain though. I am fairly certain on that. 35% ahead of time. The admin efficiency is very nice. Thank you though. The admin efficiency is very nice, even 4 years ahead of time. It'll just make coring this thing cheaper. A lot cheaper. Also make the amount of overextension we get for having it less. Is it worth it? Is it really worth it though? Capture any ships? Captured no ships. No ships. Okay, so if we peace out for Holland. Coalition, but not really. No treaties, don't need you to. Force religion. Force religion, war apps, money. Anything else? Give up claims in... Don't need you to. How's our prestige? Alright, let's get you to end rivalry with someone. And access. And access. How you've got access through Tunis, I will never know. So just bump up our prestige from this. Right. Done. Has that got rid of that Centre of Reformation? It has not. It has not. However, you are Catholic, so you should want to get rid of this. Chamber Demicannons, excellent. It's about the time when Chamber Demicannons come into their own. Let's get rid of that, so we can build something better in your place. And at some point, we will move our capital to this province. It just stops. Utrecht and Zealand. Yep. We'll have to take these out as well. It just stops the whole Netherland rebellion thing happening. However, we have other things to do, such as go to war with Brittany. Okay, already making it a call. Fair enough. Also, do we still have that claim? Has it worn off? It has worn off. Gotta get that claim back. You come back from Friesland. Let's have you on outrage countries. Just taking land inside the HRE. People are going to be a little bit mad with us. Austrian conquest of Leone. Do you really need my help here? And we're going to be attacking into Poland, aren't we? It's going to be another one of those fights where us attacking into Brittany. Austria, no, we're already at war with you, aren't we? Which is going to give us a truce with Brittany. Oh, Austria. I was only shipping my troops around to go to war with Brittany. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, let's cover off on his... squish his forces and then cover off on his land. So, who are fighting? France, Brittany, Liège, and Poland. Oh, Austria. You better be ready. You better be ready for an all-out war against Spain after this. Also, we should probably cover off on French stuff as well. Hula have gone bankrupt. No idea where Hula is. Take you a while to get through that. No access, no access. Nope. Also, let's give you a blockade and let's get you away if we can. We cannot. This is in the woods. Thankfully, we should be able to shatter up here. Who do we have in the seat? Discipline guy. Right, let's get away as soon as we can. Okay. 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 And Spain has decided to support Friesland's independence. So let's not lose too many troops here. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. Stability cost. Yearly inflation, missionary strength, church people. Could I get? No, no I couldn't. Can get half price Inquisitor, so we'll do that. 3 points for half the price. Ooh, unjustified demands. For 10 years. That will work well. Nope, nope, that will work well against Spain. We do have an outright claim on Spain, do we not? Okay, alright, alright. Just a humiliate rival. And Portugal won't even come in. Right, builds my network. We now have a truce with Brittany for so long. Stupid Austria. What are you in? Flat. Barry, what are you doing? Building forts in the flat. Also, Austria, where are you? Well, that's the point, where are you? What are you doing up there? Liège, Poland, what are you doing up there? I'm not getting involved in that. I'm not fighting France. Not with Iran. We'll sit here. Yeah, there's more than enough troops. We don't need to get involved. So we'll wait for the conclusion of this war, and then we'll kick off a fight with Spain. In fact, could we just head off to Mali? You come back from Saxony. Yeah, Songhai and Tunis. Probably. In our fight with Spain, we might take out this province, so that in our fight with Mali we can pack troops into this province and to get straight into Tunis. I don't really fancy fighting his navy. Oh, Naples is dead. Good. Next. Nope. Oh no, this is that centre of reformation, converting our provinces. So no, it's not good. Certainly isn't good. Probaberescary. What the hell is that? Oh, I gave you to a trade company, didn't I? Wasn't meant to do that. Yeah, you come away from them. Let's give you... If you give these provinces to a trade company, then that music is... No, it's far too loud. I can't hear myself think. If you give these provinces to a trade company, then you can't really convert them. You can't convert them. You don't have enough power to convert them. So... I'll do that. I'll convert it first and then give it. A reform has been revoked. Oh, you absolute mong. Weak emperors. That's what happens. Also, Austria. Austria trying to separately piece out Poland, which is a good plan. I don't have to waste my time and my manpower on that war though. Okay. It's got to a point where our actual truce with Portugal has run out. No access from you. Oh, Denmark. Brings in Flanders. Right there. Right, let's go to Denmark then, shall we? Can't fight one, we'll fight the other. We do have claims, do we not? We have your claim. How have you got that claim? Okay, yeah, that'll do. Don't mind giving it to Friesland. Diplo power. I'll grab that. Somebody must have revoked access at some point then. I can embrace an institution. 2,000 and odd ducats. Maybe not. Poland still has quite a few troops. Right, Denmark. Declare war on you for that. Let's go do something. I am sick of waiting around doing nothing. And it needs to be taken anyway. Good, next. 13 months for our new capital. On there. Do we need 18? We do not, we just need 3. So, cannons, person, not person, mercenary. The rest of you, step off. How many do we need? Here. Just the 6. Mercenaries, plus cannon. And you 3. The rest of you step off. We'll give you blockade. We'll give you blockade as well. $65 support for global trade. Don't think I need it. I won the siege of their capital. Aachen and Flanders. Flanders we might be able to take stuff off. You'll head down this way. Access has been denied. Well, we've got a long way around. And you head down this way as well. Oh, of course. Tronline. Now we are at war with quite a few people here now. So we will have to be careful. Randomly walking into a French stack. Saw that happening. Saw that happening and I didn't do anything. Alright, you shatter this way. Right, province, province. You lot, give this a blockade. More blockade than it already has. Okay, okay. And an idea. Idea of reinforced speed, or... no, we're only 5% ahead of time, we'll wait for that. Also, edict. Defensive edict. Might make up for the fact that our forts are a little bit out of date. And they have rebels. I'm gonna have to transfer this to Friesland straight away. Friesland? Friesland? Friesland, I think. Because we can't transfer it whilst it... yeah. Can't transfer it whilst it's under occupation. Alright, let's go deal with his stupid rebels then. Does give us access to Ghent. For your province. Yeah, there's lots of people. Lots of people get really angry. We'll just piece them out. One siege again. Away you go. Go for 4 reps. Forceful region, why not? And that. Let's get you back this way to deal with these damn rebels. Nope. Don't need contest area off you. How are you still in this? Take Leone. Because you haven't focused on Leone. Why? What? So Austria tried focusing it down Poland. And then got to the point where you could nearly piece him out, and then he decided, no, this is not a good idea, let's go this way instead. So, the AI, they have no idea. When they're on your side, they have no idea how to war. It's like, allied with a player, let's knock 40% off their IQ points. Off their ability to play the game. How much is this going to cost? Still quite expensive. It's only 9%. I can wait for that to come down. Nope, Denmark can't get out. Also, I need to squish that. Oh, Austria, you have messed my plans up. I hate you for it. Even Wurzburg are insulting us. That is our claim, however, on Spain. Let's fabricate on you. And on you. And let's take this deck. Should take him a while to get through that fort. We'll be able to get through this. Be able to get through this. Integration is indeed a slow process. The Bohemians. Achievement done. So, Bohemian Argentina. Love it. Bohemian Brazil. Love it. Bohemian Colombia. Love it. So how are we looking? What? How? Colonial maintenance. Colonial maintenance because we've got 3 colonists on the go. Any of those that we can recall. Yuki. Oh, Bohemian California as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we need these going. We need these going, otherwise Bohemian California isn't going to be a thing. I like how we've got units stranded over here now. An extra merchant from English Columbia. Extra merchant from Argentina. Brazil is 2 provinces away from giving us an extra merchant. That will be very nice. We've also got... What are you doing? Where are you transporting them? Over here somewhere. I don't know. I don't like it. Right, come back. Just come back. Go back to London. Let's get all my ships. Put them in London. So I can sort you out from there. What are you? Heavies. Let's bring you back as well. Red Squadron. Nope. White Squadron. Nope, let's bring you back as well. It's one thing with integrating someone. Suddenly you have all the troops and all the navies that you have to deal with. And you have no idea where they are. I mean, I like this. Attacking straight into Ishma now gives us Colonial Peru. Colonial Peru will pop from that, so this is a good staging point. Yeah, that's a good staging point to get into the natives there. Pop another colonial nation. Where else? 12,000 there. Might as well stay there. Where else? Army of Scotland. In England. Cool beans. Do I need you up? I do not. No fort required there. No fort required there. No fort required in London. However... No fort required in London. I'm going to move my capital to Holland, aren't I? If I move my capital to Holland, it sidesteps the whole rebellion thing in... Yeah. No fort required there. What else? What else are we losing money on? State maintenance, fort maintenance. Well, we've taken a few of the forts down. Did you have any forts built anywhere else? Not that directly controlled by you. Or by me now. Army maintenance. Yeah, we are well above. No, we're not. No, we are not. How are we for trade? It says we have 5%. That's going to suddenly jump. Let's give it till the end of this month and see how that changes. Okay. 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 So, you'll like us. Run these down to 61. 34 is that. 34 of that is colonial maintenance. I think I'm alright with that. Our power here is now jumped to 28. Yeah, upgrade any ships that require it. Also, I thought I brought you into London as well. You're on your way. Friesland. Still 100% Liberty Desire. Even though we've got a lot bigger. Now second in the world. Okay. Alright. Well. I don't want to move my trade capital just yet, because when we move our capital, it'll move our trade capital with it. So we'll just collect from trade here. And also... transfer trade power here. Okay, that works. Fine, fine. Trade ships. Once you're fixed, I would like you all out protecting trade in probably the English Channel. Wait till you fix that. We have mercenaries there. I don't think we need all of those mercenaries. But they're already hired. There'll be no point in putting them down just yet. Denmark. Can we peace out with you? I would like... Let's fob this off onto Friesland, and this as well. And then this. Would I be able to take that? All that gets fobbed off onto Friesland. We can actually take this for Friesland as well. I'll put these Danish noble rebels down. Age of absolutism is amongst us. Excellent. Put these rebels down so we can transfer this to Friesland as well. And we should be continuing to improve relations with outraged countries, at least 2 people on that at all times. We are still in the HRE. You, Friesland. Demands exceed war score. Mercs and cannons. Plus a few more. Head that way, the rest of you that way. And we'll take out Trondheim. That should be enough. We'll also give you some sort of blockade. We can use transports. For some reason, England have built a faulty one of them. Take out Trondheim. Still level 2 or level 3? Still level 2. Should be fairly easy to get through. We'll remove you from that. In fact, Aachen. Where are you? Here he is. Can we get to him? I know we're at war with lots of people down here. We can. We'll go set on Aachen. Try force him out. Nope, not just yet. Yeah, we'll get through Tronlang fairly quickly. They don't have the numbers. We got this. We do. They don't have the numbers to threaten any of the forts that we have. The HRE is just descending into madness. When you have a weak HRE leader, this is what happens. Everyone just attacks everyone else. Okay, let's get you out. Done. Pushes us up to 84%, which should be what we need. All of you and you and you can go to Friesland, and we can take the rest. That to Friesland, plus that to us. Plus an island or two. Okay, an island. That will do. Away you go. We'll keep Denmark around. He might end up picking up an opportune ally, and we can use him to go to war with somebody else. And core the rest of that. So Friesland can core all that for us. We should be able to get them back on side. Going to war with Spain will be enough to stop them guaranteeing their independence. And if Austria ever decide that they're ready to get out of this war, then that would be nice. Grab a stability if we want. But I think that is where I'm going to leave it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, of course we've got this. Wonder why we're spending so much on fort. Of course we got all the English holdings in France. If I declare war into you, brings in quite a lot of people. If I declare war into you, still colonial Peru. If I declare war into you, less. Alright, probably do something like that. Yep, do it quickly whilst they're weak. Get 5 provinces here. Flip a colonial Peru out. That would be very nice. 10 ducats from tariffs and such. Nice. Those tariffs are quite high. Okay, right. Well, I will leave it there. We have integrated Great Britain, and next round will be against Spain. Now that we have the heavies to adequately deal with them. Now we're in the age of absolutism. He loses his Spanish tercios, and we can go and eat his face off. But until next time, do take care. Whew, that was a bit of a surprise. I hadn't tracked Britain's integration process. Also, we had an event that I think wore off, which was giving us 10% increase to annexation cost. 23 heavies. What do we do with our 23 heavies? And how much are they costing us? Fleet maintenance, 45 ducats. Wow. Alright. Yeah, once we're out of this war, we'll probably dev up Holland a little bit. Move our capital. It'll drag our trade capital with it. And we're good to go. Congrats on the achievement. Thank you very much. I don't think we'd be playing the colonial game as Bohemia. It's not something that I had my eye on. Oh well. How are you heading in that way? Well, I don't like deleting mercs. If they're already up and we can support them, I don't really like deleting them. So who are we at war with? We're at war with nobody. Come on, Austria. I mean, he was really, really, really close to pushing out Poland. I don't know why he turned around. I don't know what went through the AI's head to be like, oh, we've got him almost fully sieged, capital and everything. Let's turn around and allow him to unsiege his stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've kind of ignored this. I've kind of ignored the Polish fight and the French fight. I don't need it to be wasting my manpower on it. Any Polish provinces we have claims on? There are a few. They might have dropped off by now. Nope. No claims on Polish provinces. I think I was concentrating more this way. We'd been attacking into Brittany to drag in Portugal to feed Portuguese provinces to English colonies before we integrated them. So they had a chance to actually form English Brazil. Because English Brazil wasn't English Brazil, it was just these two provinces down here. We fed the rest of this Portuguese stuff. Why are you culture converting? He had these two provinces and we fed him the rest, and it looks like he's converting the culture. Are you converting cultures? You are. You're a little weirdo. Yeah, converting culture. Yeah, I thought that was odd. Look how many heavies the others have. Match that and plus. Yep. Yeah. Although Spain probably has. Do you not have anything that affects your fleet? Sailors, heavy ship combat ability. Yep. An extra 10% to heavy ship combat ability. So need to take that into account when I'm deleting navies. I might just keep them. We'll fill out the rest of our force limit. Oh. Well, we certainly don't need all those transports. I could probably... I don't need to ship 40 people around at the same time. 20 maybe. 20 maybe. So I'll... Yeah, no. I don't need this many, do I? 20 at a time. The rest, you can go home. We can just scuttle you. I know. It is a lot of transport ships. I know we're still above our thing. I mean, we can build buildings. We can build the docks. Not the docks. What are they? Shipyard. We can build a load of shipyards and get under our naval force limit. Looks like England had already built a few. What's that done for our income? Down to 38. Colonial maintenance, that is a big, big number though. 34 decades. Yeah. I don't want to stop them though, because one, 2, 3. I need to split you into 3. I need to sit on all of those to stop anyone rising up. When these finish, this flips to a colonial nation and it will start expanding itself. If we stopped all these now, then we're just stuck with these 3 provinces and it will never flip anywhere unless a native nation comes along. comes close to us and we can eat them and add to this lump. So we kind of need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get rid of one of them. We can get rid of one of them. I might leave it to see what it reveals, what the trade goods is. What trade good is. Or once we've flipped our capital around, once we've flipped our powers do we have? Yeah. Once we've flipped our trade capital to the English Channel, which we will, this combined is going to be about, I'd say, with all the merchants being efficient, i.e. in here steering up, in North Sea steering down, in Lubeck steering in, not having to collect here, which lowers our power elsewhere. That's a 3, and then we've got a 4th. Where would we put the 4th? Probably down here. Where do you currently go to? Okay, going to Seville. No. No. We can dominate this. We can send the majority of that 10 ducats straight into London. English Channel. Yep. Currently nothing goes to the English Channel. Send a merchant here. We've got Spain as a colonist down here. We've got Portugal as a colonist down here. We don't need to colonize anything. We just need to steal their colonies. Also, Portugal, Mali. Yeah, we need to get into Mali as well. There are many, many things that we need to do. Many things. But that will all be tomorrow. Or some of that will be tomorrow anyway. Also, we can make states. Let's make... I think we've only got... How many states do we have? Oh, we've got a good amount. Excellent. So let's coincide this and London and Lancashire as well. The modifier here, major colonial port. Does this last forever? I'm sure it does. It's only a little bit of power, but it all counts. Burghouse. Yep, more power. Stettin. More power. 1. Now this makes more sense. Wales. We might have to unstate something somewhere. I'm fairly certain that this state is better than what we have elsewhere. What random things have we stated? What's this? Finland. We might unstate Finland. Yeah, even Ireland is better. Start moving our recognised states over to Great Britain. Okay, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all for watching my stream. I'll get another couple of episodes up of this evening before I go to work. And I'll be back tomorrow to continue with this. It's quite an exciting game. To say we started as Bohemia, it's quite an exciting game. Playing the whole colonial game as somebody who doesn't have colonial ideas, it's a bit weird. Right guys, I will see you tomorrow. Until then, do take care. And you too.